All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. And Shalom to the hopeful elect on the highways and byways pushing the truth. My name's Rabbi Knapp. Another day on the highways and byways. Just saw a video last night on IUIC doing a sit down with Amalek. Amalek's asking him questions, seeing why he's going into Haiti, going into Jamaica and all these other places. And and he threw a jab out there to Great Millstone, saying they wanted how do you put it? They're one of the camps that are kind of giving Israel a bad name. And he brought up the rape doctrine. He brought up some other thing I didn't know about. I think he was basically saying that you could smoke as long as or you can do some shit as long as you're in the spirit. You can be wicked as long as you're in the spirit. Something along those lines, And I just came to this truth, and I don't see that. And I hear a lot of rumors through Great Millstone, man, about different events that happened, especially in early 2000s and things like that. But from what I've seen, they can go in the Bible and break down whatever your question is. They can go in the Bible and break it down properly. Okay? But the thing is, IUIC going out to go meet Barbecue, which one of the elders in Great Millstone did a video on that, how they did it a year ago, but they just released the video 10 days ago. So that just goes to show you that, that why would you put out a video that you did a year ago, 10 days ago? Why didn't you put it out once the video is complete? That's how you know there was an agenda behind that, I should say. But, now he got Amalek coming out there asking them questions. But Amalek's going to come to all of us with those same questions. All right? He's going to be coming to us, too. He's going to be coming to... I'm not even part of a group. He's probably going to bring his red ass over here, too. And it's good that, if brothers come across this video, that you go see that sit down, because through the spirit, I think that's for the elect. That video's for the elect, to show you, because Esau likes to ask indirect questions to get an answer that he's looking for. Okay, he does a lot of psychology, man. He studied you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. That's all he wants to study. Just like during the time of slavery, he took the so-called black woman, and that's why we get all these practices on how you conceive a baby. But he's so damn stupid, he'll tell you your baby gonna be here on March 28th. How you gonna tell a woman when her baby's gonna be here? That's how stupid this devil is. Would he just add 9 months from the day he sees you? Some babies come earlier than 9 months, some babies come a little later. Not on that exact time. All right? That's just an average. Okay? Just to go show you, but let's get some precepts actually. Because the Lord warned us of this, man. Surprised he come up to you. I get random people. You don't think he's sending he got agents, people that are just walking right by you. Be sent by Esau. I remember when we were in Harvard one day, me and the brothers, these two Edomites were sitting down acting weird as hell, man. And through the spirit, we knew that they were just some devils, so we started getting on them. Then they got up and left. Just weird. That's how Esau. Esau's a profane person. You could, you know, he's not natural. He's unnatural. You know, when you're around somebody, sometimes, you know, when you got a kid, you know he did something wrong. He might not tell you, but when you know something's wrong and you pull it out of him, and Esau's a kid, we can see it through the spirit. Okay? That's why he does all this wicked shit he does, man. Because he's a little kid, not well behaved, a kid who doesn't suffer any consequences. Okay? He got that hedge that the Lord put around him when he was Cain. But let me bring this out before I get on Esau's ass, because you can go forever talking about Esau, man. Sometimes I be forgetting what I'm talking about once I start talking about that devil, man. We having to rebuke his ass, man. You know? This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 19. Actually, I'll start at 16. Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Yeah, you gotta be wise as a serpent, man. A serpent knows how to move and then attack you when it's the best time, okay? But you gotta be as harmless as a dove, meaning you don't just go out here and attack the so-called white man because he's a damn devil. All right, you gotta follow his rules, man. If the police come over here and tell you, hey, pack your stuff up and go, you just pack your stuff up and go. It's not a big deal. You gotta be alive in order to fight this battle, man. Okay, you can't just be yelling at the police, because the Lord set up the police, man. He set up this system to oppress your ass. And if you want to go against it, you're gonna get put to death. As simple as that. That's why you gotta be harmless as a dove. Now, a dove, being peaceful and harmless is not always a weakness, okay? Sometimes that can be a strength. Sometimes people don't know how to approach you. In certain situations, that might save you as looking, and so this man didn't, you know, he's a dove in this situation, you know? He didn't do anything. He's incapable of doing these things that we're accusing him of, you know? Doves are white, you know, which represents righteousness, so be righteous. Okay? And all the things that you're doing. Let's keep going. Matthew 10 and 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. Yeah, that's right. Just like now, you know, you might have been in the street, you had one of your friends tell on you, they're going to tell on you for talking about the Bible. They're going to be like, hey, you know, I know a guy who talks about the Bible. Yep, he'd be right there in front of Bank of America cussing out the damn devil every single week. All right? Why don't y'all send him up? Because a lot of people think they believe in the Lord, but they really don't believe in the Lord. Okay? They believe in this lying image of him. Okay? So when these troops come, they ain't gonna stand firm for that. You know? They're not gonna stand firm for that. They're gonna test you Christians too. A lot of y'all gonna fall out because y'all been worshiping the idol. Okay? A lot of y'all homosexuals and very effeminate. A lot of y'all ain't gonna have, a lot of y'all on different chemical imbalancers or whatever. You know, you're on that shit. All right? And your pastor allows all of that. He's probably saying, yeah, go, wake up, you know, get out of it, jump out of the closet, you know? Like, that's an amazing thing to do. But he ain't rebuking you with the Bible. Okay? Let's keep going. Matthew 10 and 18. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. Okay, so it's the Spirit of your Father that's speaking in you. That's why we're not going to worry about what we're going to speak. I'm not going to sit here and think, if Amalek came up to me and started asking me questions about being anti-Semitic, what are you going to say? I'm going to say, what the hell is anti-Semitic? Okay? Because that's a word he made up. Okay? This Shem, Ham, and Japheth. You mean anti-Shemitic? Who are the nations of Shem? Because Esau's a Shemite too. Jacob and Esau are both Shemites. So just saying we hate Esau, is that saying you hate all Shemites? No. We're talking about a particular set of people that are down here on this world, okay? That are in rulership today. Jacob is a Shemite, but Esau is also a Shemite. And we're calling out Esau. All right, we're Shemites too. All right? So, he might try to use word garbage. I forgot what's the word I'm looking for. Basically use a word salad or something like that. Where you basically, you throw a bunch of words out and see what will land. And then work on that in order to use it against you. Okay? That's why the Lord said, don't worry about what you're going to speak in those days. Because when you got to speak to this devil, man, that's going to be Yahweh Shai stepping up to the battle for you, man. Because you've been standing up boldly for him, and he's going to be standing up boldly for you. Okay? And they were breaking down, the guy was talking to Nate, I forgot, General Nate, whatever, I don't know if it's General or what. Chief Nate. He ain't Chief Nate, I think he's General Nate. I don't know what they call him, but Hey brother, how you doing, man?
I'm in a rush. I'd love to talk to you, but I'm in a rush.
It's okay, it's all right, brother. How you been?
Don't take it personal, all right?
That's all good. So, but Nate,
have a good day.
You too, brother. So Nate, you got to understand that Nate is he might be a sellout. I mean, a lot of things he teaches, a lot of things he does, a lot of his reach out is suspect. Okay. It's like he's doing too much. You got the internet, man. That's why the Lord created the internet. We could put these videos up on the internet and the whole world could see. But these people don't care about the Lord, man. A lot of people don't use the internet. They use it for wickedness. They might watch Pornhub. They might watch all these wicked ass shows and, super folly football. Watching a bunch of sellouts play with a ball. They might be watching basketball. Okay? Not too many of them are asking, what is Matthew 10 and 15 really talking about? They're not searching for these answers. Okay? They don't care about these answers. And the Lord set up the internet just so you can get to know him more. So you can get those questions answered. But these people don't want those questions answered. They want to keep following the so-called white man, Jesus Christ. Because they love the so-called white man. But when the so-called white man was beating your ass with whips and chains, when he was fucking your girl, your wife, your kids, sending them off to other countries, you didn't like him then, okay? Believe that. You were in a very painful mourning state, and you should still be in that state that you were in before, because we're still in that state today. All right? A lot of men, all they want to do now is do a bunch of folly, man. Grown-ass men doing folly. Okay? Then when these were, in ancient times, these were supposed to be real warriors back then. They come from a line of true warriors and kings, but now they a bunch of homosexuals and faggots. All right? And they scared, they think they're what do you call it? They think they're men. Okay? All right, as a matter of fact, let's jump over to 1 Kings. See what after King David was, he was on his deathbed, but he was talking to King Solomon. Okay? Okay, this is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 2 and verse 1. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man, and keep the charge of the Lord thy power, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes, and his commandments, and his judgments, and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself. See, he didn't tell him to go out and make TikTok videos, okay? He said, follow the way of the Lord, okay? This was a major king who won all of his battles, and this is the advice he was giving to his son on his deathbed. He said, be a man, man. Show thyself a man, okay? Keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And the Lord wants you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American men, all right? Feeding his sheep, waking up the elect, okay? Prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great, all right? He don't want you going to work every day paying your taxes to the so-called white man. Okay, I call him so-called because he's actually the biblical Edomites, all right? But no matter how loud you scream, nobody hears the word of the Lord, because they want to follow this damn devil. They don't know that they living under the oppression of the devil, man. You know? Sometimes I come out here, I be losing my voice out here, just prophesying to the wind. But it's all good, because the Lord sees the effort, and I know his word doesn't go out void. So whether they driving down the road and they hear the word, just know the Lord don't like you, and he gonna condemn you and put your ass to death. He ain't gonna come down here and give y'all a bunch of hugs like the so-called white man teaching you, like your church is teaching you. All right? That makes it a little more pleasant for Eve to get her fucking wicked ass in the congregation. Okay? She can feel more acceptable. Because a lot of these women, they know they ain't supposed to be sleeping with a bunch of men. Okay? Go ask a woman how many men you sleep with. Some of these women slept with over 50 men. That's like more than a football team. Okay? Imagine you line up all the Patriots right here down the line. Okay? Those women ain't supposed to do that. And whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? It's your fault. Okay? Because you don't want to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. In the earlier times, those women, them whores, will get stoned to death in front of everybody. Okay? The first man you sleep with is your husband. Not getting down on your knee and getting some silver around your finger. So a lot of these women don't know that they are adulterers. Just like the woman at the well, when he said, those ain't your husband. Let me grab that actually, because I'll chop that up. I think I was, where is that at? I think that's Matthew. Is it Luke 4 or Matthew? Let me grab that. I think it's Matthew. Let me see. Let me grab that out my phone. I think it's 4. Is that in the telephone? I think it's Luke. Actually, hold on. Let me just type it in there. Is this the name? So damn slow. I thought it was a Matthew, but I was right. It is Luke 4. All right, let's go to John 4, Slakia. John 4, not Luke 4, John 4. All right? Let's see. John 4. I don't want to read. I'm going to jump into John 4. I'll start at 12. Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well? Now this is Yahushua talking to the woman at Samaria at the well. All right? John 4:13. 12, lucky. Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well? You know what? I might as well read the whole thing, man. Book of John 4:7. There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Yahushua saith unto her, give me to drink. For his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat. Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, how is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. And then when you go into that account, it's talking about the northern kingdom got put into captivity by Shalmaneser, okay? So that's the Assyrian king at the time. And he replaced everyone in northern Israel with the heathen, okay? And they were back in by Mesopotamia. Okay? So this woman is one of those heathen that got planted into the land. Okay? Now when you read that account, the reason why she's saying she knows about Jacob is because these lions, when those heathen when they first went into the land, those heathens were being attacked by lions, okay? And they needed men of the Lord to go over there and teach them the ways in order to live in the land, because they were upsetting the Lord. So that's why they learned these ways. So they started to believe that they were actually descendants of Jacob, okay? Because they were passing that down to their kids. Just like now, these so-called the small hats are teaching their kids that they're the true Jews, but they don't add up to the prophecies in the Bible. It's like they don't have Isaiah 2 in their Bibles or something. Isaiah 14. Okay, and that was the same thing that happened in the ancient times with this heathen woman in Samaria, drinking water with the Lord. It's the book of John, chapter 4 and 10. Yahushua answered and said unto her, if thou knowest the gift of the Most High, and who is that saith to thee, give me to drink, thou wouldest have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. The woman saith unto him, sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? So they're at the well, all right? And the Lord's talking about spiritual water. He's not talking about some water you get out of a well. Because you can drink that well water, and later on you're going to be thirsty again. You're going to keep wanting to drink water. The Lord's talking about this Bible, okay? You're going to drink spiritual water where you won't thirst anymore. You won't thirst to know why your people are such in a low state. I'm talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay? Getting that spiritual water. We're at the well right now. But does anyone think they're thirsty? No, they're not thirsty, okay? They don't got the living water. But you can give them water to drink, they'll drink that every day. But soon the Lord's gonna be taking the water you drink every day away from you, okay? And you're gonna have to live off what you know with your relationship with the Lord. But a lot of y'all don't have a relationship with the Lord, okay? Because you don't know that you're oppressed. You don't know that you're in captivity to the so-called white man, Esau Edom, who doesn't want you knowing anything about the Lord, okay? But this word is not for everybody, all right? This word's only for the elect men of Israel, all right? I might be in one of these cars driving by. Wake the hell up, Jake, because it's time to get right with the Lord. We try and get out of here. And it might be you. All right? But let's keep going. It's the book of John chapter 4 and 12. Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well and drank thereof, himself and his children and his cattle? Yahushua answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. Yeah, whosoever should drink of that water that's in the well should thirst again. Don't you drink water every day? You have one cup. Are you no longer thirsty forever? No, he's not talking about regular H2O, okay? He's talking about spiritual water, okay? This is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Bible, okay? Not these lies that are being perpetuated throughout the world, which is blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. A sin unforgivable, okay? You take words out the Bible and you put words in the Bible, okay? You're gonna die for that, okay? And who does that? Who tells you to pray to Mother Mary? Who tells you that the Lord's name is a Greek interpretation of Hebrew? Okay? The devil does that. Let's keep going. It's the book of John, chapter 4 and 14. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water, springing up into everlasting life, okay? So, ain't no water on this planet that can do that. That you drink it and you just have everlasting life. No, you're supposed to drink this water. The volume of the book is the Lord, and he's in here, he's in this bottle, okay? You need to eat the whole roll. You need to drink it, okay? You need to, like he said, drink my blood and eat my flesh. Now you go to these Christian and Catholic churches, they probably eating human meat because the Lord said that. Because they're so carnal and stupid. Okay? That's why the heathen is not supposed to be teaching the Bible. Okay? They'll have you drinking water thinking that you're going to have everlasting life. Carnally. That's why the heathen ain't supposed to be touching this Bible. This book is for the Israelites. All right? The elected Israel, because a lot of y'all ain't going to get this word. A lot of y'all going to keep walking because y'all ain't elected by the Lord. Y'all ain't ordained to know the truth. Y'all ordained to know a lie and get put to death for it. All right, let's keep going. This is the book of John chapter 4 and 15. The woman saith unto him, Sir, give me this water that I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. So she still thinks it's the water in the well, some type of water. Okay? Because she's a representation of heathenistic people. Okay? People who have no relationship with the Lord. People who are born natural Gentiles. Okay? She's with the Lord and doesn't know what the hell's going on. She's still talking about water, man. But it's so deep that the Lord's using this whole situation just for his elect men to get the message. And he did that a long time ago. Okay? We know exactly what the Lord's talking about here. We know what the water is. We know what that everlasting life. And what you got to do to get it. You can't get everlasting life going to work for the so-called white man every day your whole life. Or selling drugs. Okay? When you look at the word witchcraft, it says pharmakia. So a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans not selling drugs. Did you know you were a witch? Huh? Bible calls you a witch. Hey, I used to be a witch too, man. But I had to repent from that, man. Okay? I had to re-up on this word so I can get the real bag. Okay? Let's keep going. This is the book of John chapter 4 and 16. Yahushua saith unto her, Go call thy husband and come hither. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Yahushua said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband, for thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou now hast is not thy husband, and that saidest thou truly. Yeah, you don't have no husband. You got 5 husbands. All right? And the man that you're with today is not your husband. Just like a lot of you women today. You think the man that you're with is your husband, but he's not. It's that kid you had sex with the first time. That's your true husband. And that's why the Lord is showing you. That's why it's well said you spoke the truth. But these women don't know the truth. All right? Even if somebody yelled and threw it in their face and smacked them with the Bible, they still wouldn't get it. Because they're free to act like men. They think their liberty is being like a man. That's what women think liberty is, being a man. That's not your liberty. That's actually the reason why you're going to get put to death. Okay? It's not that hard, man. You don't want to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. It's perfectly fine. The Lord don't care who you are. He don't care if you're a kid. He don't care if you're an old woman. All right? You ain't following the laws, you're wicked, and you're going to die. Simple as that. Now, are we going to be saved by following the laws? No. We're not going to be saved by following the laws. Of course, we need the Lord to be that mediator for us. We got to be saved by the blood of Yahushua. Okay? We know that. But that doesn't mean you don't keep the law, man. That doesn't give you liberty to commit sin. Actually, let me get that. Where is that? I think it's Galatians. Yeah, it's 5. Galatians, the 5th chapter. Is it 13? Yeah. Yep, it's the book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 13. For brethren, ye have been called unto liberty, only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another. Okay? Is that what I'm looking for? I think I'm looking for, let me see, let me grab cloak for maliciousness. That's what I'm looking for. Cloak for maliciousness. Maliciousness. 1 Peter 2 and 16. Let's go there. It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 16. As free and not using your liberty I'll start at 15. 1 Peter 2 and 15. For so is the will of the Most High, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men, as free and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of the Most High. So while the Lord didn't come back and destroy all you wicked so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay? You're supposed to be taking this time so that you could do the will of the Lord. What's the will of the Lord? Just do whatever the hell you want? No, that's you using your liberty as a cloak to do all the wickedness that you do, okay? So this grace period that we're in, we're supposed to be doing the will of the Lord, okay? What's the will? The will is supposed to be, first, eating this roll. You gotta eat this whole roll, man. You gotta stop listening to that God loves everybody dogma. All that Christian dogma, because God don't love everybody, okay? They don't want you to fear the Lord. They want you to think that the so-called the Lord, they want you to think that Jesus just loves everybody, and no, that's not how it works, okay? It don't work like that. The Lord's like the ultimate father, man. He's the ultimate Jake. All right? And he controls everything. Just like the Italian boss, he controls the whole city. He wants what he wants what he asks for. The Lord's above him. That dude ain't nothing. He ain't nothing but ash. Okay? And the Lord gets things done. See, if more people had the fear of the Lord, they wouldn't be in the situations that they're in. Okay? They will understand the Bible more. Well, if you think God loves everybody, you don't understand the Bible. As soon as that comes out your mouth, I know you're a reprobate, and reprobate silver, and the Lord ain't dealing with you. People who say things like that don't read the Bible. Okay? And that's considered a doctrine of a devil. You can read about that in 1 Timothy, the 4th chapter. I'll go get it for you, since I know a lot of you don't like to read. And while the Lord gave me the time to come out here and teach, I'll go grab it. Is it First Timothy? I can never grab nothing on my Bible, man. This is prophetic. This is prophetic. Okay, I got it. First Timothy. It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, Salakia, 1 Timothy chapter 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. Okay? So Timothy's going to get, Paul's writing to Timothy about some of these doctrines that they were doing back then. Okay? Some of these lies that they were spewing out. And these are the same lies that they tell today. Okay? That they build industry around. To make you follow all these wicked customs. All right? Let's keep going. And it says forbidding to marry. Yeah, they were saying, nah, go be a whore, go sleep with everybody you want. That's another devilish doctrine, okay? And some people, those words, that's advice that people give today. They'll tell their kids, no, go be with a bunch of people, as many people as you want to be with, and go experience life. That's a doctrine of a devil. That's a seducing spirit, okay? That's not the Lord. That's not sound advice from the Bible, okay? That's saying that's a doctrine of a devil. When someone's telling you that, it's because you're talking to a devil, okay? In a seducing spirit. Whether it be your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, it could be your boss, it could be your pastor. But it's the spirit that's inside of that person that's seducing you. Devil just means deceiver, okay? A spirit created to deceive. 1 Timothy 4:3, forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats, which the Most High have created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. Yeah, telling you, oh, you can eat pork. That's what they tell you. You can eat pork. You can eat crab, lobster, shrimp. Okay? You can eat these things. Okay, that's another devilish doctrine. Saying that God made everything so you can eat everything. Okay, no, the Bible says you're not supposed to. That's a devilish doctrine, okay? That's a seducing spirit, whoever's telling you these lies. All right? Let's keep going. The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 4 and 4. For every creature of the Most High is good and nothing to be refused. Yeah, doesn't your pastor tell you? No, all foods are good. He'll go to Acts 10 and tell you the vision of Peter when he was talking to Cornelius. And he'll use that scripture as a way to tell you that it's okay to eat abominations unto the Lord. You think the Lord made the Leviticus, the book of Leviticus for you to do it? No. He didn't write Leviticus. I think it's Leviticus 11, if I'm not mistaken. Tells you about, because he chewed a cud, man. You ain't supposed to, he's unclean unto you. Here it is, the Lord created you, gives you the manuscript how to operate in the body that he gave you. And you're like, no, forget that. That's like building something, you know, you ain't following the instructions. And then you wonder why it breaks down later on. Okay? That's why a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you know, y'all dealing with all these ailments in the body. Sooner than you're supposed to. Some of y'all are young as hell going through it, man. Got ailments of old men. You okay? I was talking to this dude last night. He's talking about he's 30 years old. He's fucking done, man. Me, he's hurt, fucking 30. Imagine when he's 60, he ain't gonna be able to move. Talking about he went and had a dinner. He probably said, you know what, let me get the lobster, you know, give me some of that abominable broth over my rice. Okay? Give me some of that. And put some fucking, you know, some other fucking wicked shit. Can't think of it right now. All right? 1 Timothy 4, for every creature of the Most High is good and nothing to be refused. If it be received with thanksgiving, yeah, as long as you thank the Lord, you can eat it. No, that's a devilish doctrine, okay? That's a seducing spirit. All right? You got to know these things. You got to read the Bible, but just because you read the Bible don't mean you're going to get the true understanding of the Bible. Even if you go to theology school, you ain't going to learn about the Bible. It don't work like that. Your spirit got to be right. The Lord got to be dealing with you for you to come out on the side of the street and tell your people about their transgressions. They said there's 100,000 people in Lynn. Well, how many of y'all actually talking about the Lord? There's plenty of churches out here. Well, how many of them are telling you that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites, okay? The biblical Israelites. They ain't telling you that in the church. They ain't telling you that, man. They want you to follow the ways of the heathen so you get put to death by the Lord. All right? So let's read that again. 1 Timothy 4:4, for every creature of the Most High is good and nothing to be refused if it be received with thanksgiving, for it is sanctified by the word of the Most High in prayer. Okay? That's a doctrine of a devil, man. Okay? That's why you got to read the scriptures properly. You got to have the right teachers. Okay? You got to know, the elect men are going to know who their teachers are. They're going to see their teachers. And where they're going to see them? They're going to see them on the street, okay? Not these institutions by the damn devil, all right? Teaching you a bunch of lies, telling you were nothing but a slave. No, we used to rule this world, all right? All of you. Yeah, the so-called black man had y'all in subjection, okay? But is Esau gonna tell you that? No, he's not gonna tell you that. Why? Because once you know who you are, you're gonna know who Esau is, okay? And Esau got a prophecy written down in Obadiah, the 18th chapter, that's just for him, man. He gonna get burnt, okay? And we coming back into rulership. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American man, okay, who's downtrodden now. He don't know he's an Israelite. Why? Because that's what happens when you do that to slavery. You give people a different name. And where did he get that from? He got that from Babylon. You can read about Daniel, man. You can learn about Meshach, Abednego, and matter of fact, let's go there. Let's jump there. Daniel the 3rd chapter, but I'll start at 1. You know? That's what Esau does. He reads the Bible, he gets all these, everything that he's doing is all biblical. All right? But this system's gonna crash, and a lot of y'all gonna think that your gun's gonna save you. Your gun ain't gonna save you. Matter of fact, your gun gonna jam. If the Lord ain't dealing with you, you're gonna get put to death. It don't matter how many guns you got, how many bullets you stored up. All right? Lord gonna make sure you're dead. But the men of the Lord, they're the only ones that are gonna survive this. They're the only men that are gonna watch all this destruction happen and be reserved. All right? And truly be saved. Saved from the destruction that's gonna come to America, okay? Babylon. You're standing in Babylon. All right? Babylon, ancient Babylon wasn't destroyed by fire. That's how we know the word is talking about America. Who else perpetuates all this wickedness throughout the whole earth? Who goes to Africa and says, hey, pass this law that homosexuals can come to your country and have laws and rules? That comes from here, America. Okay? They try to push this on other countries. And that's why they're gonna get burnt for it. You don't think these other countries look at you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and say, I don't want my people like that. They don't even call themselves by they don't even know their true heritage. They think they're Spanish. Where did Spanish come from? Huh? You know Christopher Columbus? You think he was a Spaniard like you? No, he wasn't. No, he was a fucking white boy. All right? That got you speaking his language. Just like I'm speaking English right now. How did I learn how to speak English? Our people didn't speak English, Spanish, Portuguese. We spoke Hebrew. Okay, the Lashawan Quadas. In different dialects of Hebrew. I believe the Arabic has some Hebrew in it. Arabic's a very old language, man. Even though Ishmael going into slavery too, but I think Ishmael a little more mightier than Edom. You know, in the spirit he is. And you know what? It kind of is going to be like that because Ishmael going to be better off than Esau anyways. Okay? Esau, Ishmael chop your head off. That's biblical, man. You know? He'll still stone you. That's biblical. You know? A lot of them Ishmaelites say they ain't homosexuals. They are, man. But you know what? I can't say they are. I can't say they are because Esau is mixed in with the Ishmaelites. Okay? So it's probably his ass that's doing that shit. All right? All right, you know what? Let's run over there. I'm gonna do that. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 1. Start at the top. In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem and besieged it. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand. See, the Lord gave him into his hand. All right? I just want to emphasize that. If you lose a battle, it's because the Lord allowed you to lose that battle, man. Let's keep going. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand with part of the vessels of the house of the Most High, which he carried into the land of Shinar to the house of his God. And he brought the vessels into the treasure of his house, of his God, I should say. So, all right, so he took down Jehoiakim, okay? He took all his riches and he brought it to Babylon. All right? Daniel 1 and 3. And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of the eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel and of the king's seed and of the princes, children in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom, and cunning in knowledge, and understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans, just like what happened to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay? When they took you over from Africa, okay, in these different lands, what they teach you? They taught you a different language, okay? They gave you a different name, all right? Where do you think this first and last name shit came from? That came from the so-called white man. You're supposed to have no first and last name. Now everyone got a first and last name. Okay, that's a custom that was given to you by your oppressors who still exist, okay? They don't live in some fairyland, all right? They oppress you every day with their laws. You see them on TV every single day. You know them by name. Well, you really don't, because a lot of these figureheads that you see, they're just that. They're just a figurehead, all right? They ain't the real puppet master. All right? Let's keep going. So these were well-favored, unblemished, they were skillful in knowledge. He wasn't getting no low-level Jake, man. But he wanted to teach them his ways. Book of Daniel 1 and 5. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Okay? Now among these were of the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names, for he gave unto Daniel the name of Belshazzar, and to Hananiah of Shadrach, and to Mishael, Meshach, and to Azariah, Abednego, okay? So he switched their names up. They were captives of Judah, all right? You so-called Negroes, y'all are captives of Judah still to this day. You're captives, all right? You've been conquered by the so-called white man, all right? And you're still in his land today, all right? And they rule over you, and they tell you lies that you're supposed to believe in. And you learned these lies in his school system. But you need to learn that you need to come back to your true nationality, because this place is going to be destroyed, all right? Babylon's going to be destroyed, all right? That's the gift that the Lord gave you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American men, all right? Not these new men that you see today. That is the image of the so-called white man. All right? All right, let's jump to Daniel, the 3rd chapter. Daniel 3. Let me see. Daniel 3. Let's go to... All right, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 3. I'm gonna start at 10. The time sake. Daniel 3 and 10. Thou, O king, has made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth, that he should be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Okay? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego are elect men of Israel, all right? Who ain't gonna stand for this devil's image, all right? Because he's coming down again, and he's gonna be trying to get brothers off the street for teaching the Bible. Saying you can't speak the Bible out loud because you're hurting people's feelings. Well, if you're a homosexual, guess what? The Bible says you're gonna die, all right? You're gonna die. He doesn't like that. That hurts his feelings, okay? So what he's gonna do is try to put laws out for the men of the Lord to get off the street. You don't want the Bible going out. But bring it on, you damn devil, because it's almost time for this place to be destroyed. The famine of the word is gonna be coming soon. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American men that refuse to repent and come back to the truth that you are Israelites, all right? We're the Israelites, all right? And no matter how many times the Lord sends somebody out here to teach you the truth, you still want to follow the ways of Babylon, all right? That's why I'm going into Daniel, the 3rd chapter. Because you about to go into that fire, but you're not going to make it out of it. You're going to die here, man. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 3, and verse 13. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage and fury, commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? See, we know today that we're still in Babylon, okay? And he got gods today that we're not gonna worship. We don't worship none of these gods. All right? We worship Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. All right? That's Hebrew for who the world ignorantly calls God, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right? He was a Hebrew. Wasn't a Greek. He wasn't white. That's blasphemy against the Holy Spirit, and you're going to pay for that, Esau. All right? You're going to pay for it. You can take us off the street, but guess what? We're going to still be prophesying the downfall of your wicked-ass kingdom, because we know you the devil, man. And we ain't scared of you devils. Okay? Because we know what's going on out here. And you women, y'all going to get it too. Because y'all played a big role. You so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women. Y'all are Eve. Y'all teamed up with the devil to come against Adam. All right? But Adam's coming back, and he gonna blow this place to smithereens. All right? So that's something to think about. This is the book of Daniel chapter 3 and verse 15. Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? See, this devil today, who's in rulership today, he thinks he's so powerful, okay? But he has no power over life and death. The Lord got power over life and death. So if your ass gets shot today or gets in a car accident and dies, that's because the Lord wants you to die. All right? If the so-called white man comes up here pointing his gun at me and starts getting to shooting and I die, that's because the Lord allowed it to happen. All right? It's the book of Daniel chapter 3 and 16. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. Yeah, so that's what Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego said to the king of Babylon. Okay? That the Lord's going to deliver us. And how did he know that? We just read in the first chapter that they were skillful in science and wisdom and knowledge. They knew these laws, statutes, and commandments. They knew the Lord. They weren't calling him Jesus. All right? During the time of Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar didn't know who Jesus was. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they didn't know who Jesus was. They spoke Hebrew. The Greeks weren't even thought of during this time. Daniel prophesied that there was going to be a Greek nation. All right? Let's keep going. Let's read that again. Daniel 3 and 16. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our power, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. And we're saying the same thing today. Okay? We're going to get delivered out of Esau, Edom's kingdom. We're going to get delivered from the mark of the beast that's coming on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives. It's coming on the whole world, but it's really just for you. It's really for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because he wants to number you, all right? He wants to defile you. He don't want the Lord to save you. He wants you to be destroyed, all right? Daniel 3, verse 18, but if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 17 times more than it was wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in the army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. But then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. All right, so they tied them up. They threw them into the fire, okay? But before that, they heated the fire up 7 times hotter, and it burnt the men that bound them up and to put them in the fire. So it was hot. Just like it's gonna get hot out here, man. It's gonna get hot, not just in heat, okay? Spiritually, physically, emotionally, in all aspects of your life, it's gonna get hot out here, man. All right? The people that you think you trust, you think you're in a big family and we're all family oriented and everything's going well, those are gonna be your enemies during that time. Oh, I got a girlfriend, she's so beautiful, so sweet to me. She gonna get you killed during that time. All right? When they shut down these stores. When there's no food. Nothing to eat. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. You're gonna die. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 3, in verse 24. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the Son of the Most High. Woo! Put 3 men in there, and Yahweh Shai showed up. All right? So there's going to be some things, man, that are going to blow your mind in these times. And if the Lord ain't dealing with you, man, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. All right? This fire burns. It's hot. It hurts. Daniel 3:26, then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High power, come forth and come hither. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire. And the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's counselors, being gathered together, saw these men, upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was a hair of their heads singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. So they came out of the fire untouched, okay? It didn't smell like fire, nothing burnt. All right? And they came out of it. And that's what we're hoping for when this place gets destroyed. That we come out of that fire. Because this is the altar. And it's going to get put on fire. And a lot of y'all going to burn. Okay? A lot of y'all going to burn. You know what? I think that's all I wanted to do. I think that's all I wanted to get. What time is it? All right, I'm gonna end it. Let's see if I can grab this. Oh, fuck, I got it. Okay. I'm gonna end it on this. It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 11. For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahweh Shai Mashiach. How, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, and stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burnt, hold on, brother. If any man's work shall be burnt, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Missed the lesson today, bro.
I know.
You
Yeah,
just giving the tithe today, man?
just getting the tithe, you know what I'm saying? A peace offering
Right.
for the streets that we was tossed in.
How you doing? How you doing, brother? You good? You good?
I'm good, man.
I'm starting to see you more, brother. I'm starting to see you more, man. I think the Lord might be chipping away at you, man. He'll get in there, man. That's all you got to do.
Lord has always been with me, man. You know,
Yeah, but he gonna reveal something to you. He gonna really open you up. Let me tell you something. When I was walking around messed up out here, brother. Yo, like it's like a light switch, brother. It's a light switch. That's all he gotta do. The affliction is needed, brother. I'm telling you. Then the light switch goes off. Let me tell you, once the light switch goes off, it's like oh, I can see now. I get it.
I see that the thing I got to do now is I got to help myself. I mean, you know, instead of being a loudmouth trying to help others like I got it going on, I got to help myself. That way, when others see me, they say, how did you do that? And I tell them, and they follow. You know what I'm saying?
When people see you, they need to see the Lord, man. Okay? They don't need to see you. They need to see him. Because whatever he does in your life, it wasn't because of you. He guides your steps, brother. He might make you fall into a pit and die, but you don't reach that goal. Or he might, if the Lord is with you, you're going to get where you want to go. Or maybe he might not make you get where you want to go. He's going to make you get to where he wants you to be. So it might not be over here, it might not be over there. I never thought I'd be out here doing this. You knew me back then, you'd be laughing right you'd be cracking up laughing. You'd be like, sure, turn this off, man. Let's go, man. Let's get out of here, bro. You know what I mean? So that's why I just keep going, brother. Just don't, like I keep telling you, do not lose your faith. You just gotta keep enduring. When I say lose your faith, man, you could really be fucked up out here. You might think you messed up out here, but it ain't. You ain't messed up if you paying tithes. You know what I mean? But the Lord does all of this. The Lord does all of that, brother. I think honestly, I keep telling you, man, we're all gonna be fucked up out here. Very soon. Very, very soon. As
long as you keep your mind on reality.
This is what I'm talking about. Trading routes for food to get here. War that's coming. Famine. So if you got your mind on prospering in this place, you need to understand what this is saying.
But that's why they crashed the buildings. That's why they crashed in their buildings. Those people in those buildings thought that they were going to be prosperous and had that, and boom, in one day, their dream came to a nightmare.
That's it.
They thought that they were all set and all set. They all set and done.
It's all right now, things are going on that you don't even know. He's systematically doing these things. A lot of things that you're going through, a lot of the people, because I'm telling you, man, if you are on this tribe, you're his enemy. And he got a whole government over you. He's sending people at you. You think you know them. You don't know them, brother. These are spirits, man. A lot of people, this is why we got to get...
I fought these spirits, and I seen how they move.
Listen.
It's almost like fighting something you can't hit. Like, no matter how fast you were, that shit just...
No. Nothing carnal. It's nothing physical. You can't see the battle. Okay? But it's being played out physically. It might be played out as you smoking a cigarette, or you getting drunk beyond your, you know what I mean? But in the spirit, you being stabbed by a demon. Okay? In the spirit, he might take your head off. The Lord constantly said, trying to revive us back. But once you get in a more of a spiritual, some spiritual strength out here, when you know what the Lord is telling you, a lot of the things that happen, I don't care how low I get on this side, okay? This place is gonna be destroyed. You're gonna lose everything anyway. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
I know that.
No, not you.
No, I know that.
Everybody. This place is going to war, man. The houses, all this shit you see, bullet riddles, they're gonna be all thrown down.
You think what they doing to Putin isn't affecting Putin right now? Putin is getting upset. He's gonna all of a sudden.
Hold on, brother. You got a second? Hold on. He's looking at the list. Let me show you something.
All of a
What's
sudden-
your nationality, brother?
Huh?
What's your nationality?
Guatemala.
Guatemala, okay? Zebulon. We are the Israelites, brother.
Thank you.
I gotta tell him.
Putin's not gonna be taking too much more shit.
Walking back.
He feels like you're coming into his stuff and you think that you can just help one of my natures when I'm doing something with them. You come in and trying to act like you're better than me. Soon their message is going to put it at us.
And brother, why do you say that? Because that's what the Bible says, okay? That's what the Bible says. And let me just share this with you. Because I actually gotta go to work. Okay? But I'm gonna all right, Jeremiah 50. I just want to share this one with you, and then I'm gonna leave. All right. It's the book of Jeremiah 51 and 11. It says, "Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes." Now, nowadays you say Vladimir Putin, right? But that area that there, let me tell you something. He's an Edomite. I told you about Jacob and Esau, okay? Vladimir Putin's just like Joe Biden. They're from the same biblical nationality. They're both Edomites, all right? But he's in the land of the Medes. The Medes are the ancient Medes. The Medes are, you learn about Gog and Magog. You ever heard of them? Okay, well the Medes are, well you know about Shem, Ham, and Japheth? Noah's three sons? Yeah, Noah's three sons. So the Medes are the like ancient Japheths. They're like the kings of those Japheths, okay? And the Lord said he's stirring up, because right now, that's what Esau does. He'll go into your land and he'll claim to be you. He's in Jerusalem claiming to be Judah. He's in America claiming to be the Indians. You know what I'm saying? He's in Brazil claiming to be Brazilian. He's speaking Portuguese. He's actually just another so-called white man. He's in Spain claiming to be Spanish, but we ruled Spain before he did. Okay? So he'll go up and act like he's you. Just like the Romans, I should say. The Romans are the Japhites, too. He took their customs, all those gods and stuff, those are Japheths. But he'll take over it and claim it as his. You know, I like this. I like Zeus and all these Greek different gods and stuff. I'm going to incorporate it into, because he took it over. Just like when he took over the whole world, he set up Jesus Christ as a so-called white man. He made the angels white and naked with feathers on their back. That's what he does, you know what I mean? But anyways, the Lord said he's going to stir up the spirit of the Medes. And the spirit of the Medes took down Babylon. Okay, the Medes took down, the Medes and the Persians. He teamed up with the Persians and they took down Babylon. So the Lord said, I'm stirring up the Medes again. This is Babylon, brother. America is Babylon. Russia is in the spirit of the Medes. They're in the land of the Medes, but the Edomites, that might be a little over your head. But long story short, but listen to this. The Medes took over Babylon. Okay? Babylon, ancient Babylon, The kingdom came down because the Medes went in. But now you're in Babylon today, and the Medes are those Russians coming back, brother. But thank you, brother, and you have a good day, man. I might have been talking too much. Jake, I be trying to talk to Jake, but Jake, man, I got he going through it, man. But let me finish this precept since I brought it up for him. Jeremiah 51:11, make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple, okay? In his temple, where the temple, man? Okay, Israel, Zion. All right. He's stirring up the Medes. We already know that Russia's being stirred up to fight up against America, man. You know, America's in Ukraine. All right, they're all over the earth. But they're being stirred up, these different spirits, man. Most importantly, the Medes. Okay? That spirit needs to be stirred. So these other nations can team up with the Medes, you know, wake up the mighty men so they can you know, come up against Babylon. All right? But Babylon's a mighty power, man, so they're gonna have to get some people on the inside, you know, people that they've been sharing their bread with. They're gonna turn against them. All right. So I'm gonna end it right there by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. And shalom to the hopeful elect.